Welcome to Crawdaddy's Custom Crankbaits. I went ahead and got some baits on paint for a friend of mine. I've got to get done. They sent to him. I painted one of these baits on kind of a simple bait to paint. Only difference is I put a shade shift on the back of it on this one here. The little video I'm trying to do is just showing you how you can enhance your scales on these baits that's got the engraved scales in them. All it did is mixed up a little bit of black. The reason I'm doing it with the brush is I can control it where I want it a little bit. If I want to keep it above the lateral line here, you can do it with an airbrush. But all I'm doing is putting a thin wash in there. As I said, you can do this with airbrush. If you want it dark, you know, it's entirely up to you. This is just a little technique. You let that dry. So if you want to get it on down in the lateral line, just work it on down and get it in the lateral line. Or, you know, that's if you want to just try to do that top scale, or if you want to do the whole thing, just come in here and brush the whole thing. As I said, you can do it with airbrush. If you want it real dark, I mean, you know, that's entirely up to you. I'm gonna heat dry this. What I've done to allow me to be able to do this without hurting or damaging my paint is I use this stuff here. It's just the interior exterior gloss. When I mounted my bass or did my bass replicas, this is what I used to give my shine. What I'm doing is sealing my paint with it. You know, it takes maybe 10 minutes. Not even that. When you put a light dust coat on it, you don't want to soak it in it. I just put a light dust coat on it to protect the paint that's going to be underneath. That's all I'm doing. You can use just about any gloss, and I've never had that mess with epoxy or KBS. If you're dipping with KBS, I've never had it have a reaction to it. Just going to take a paper towel, just lightly wetting with some alcohol. Just wipe it backwards. And you see the difference in what the bait looks like. If you have some tight areas that you really can't get the paper towel in, you just come back, get you a Q-tip, put a little bit of alcohol on it. Just come around that gill plate and take off what you don't want. Like I said, if you want more off of it, take more off of it. You know, it's just that gloss I put on there just gave it a protective coat, is all it's done. Now, if you want to be safe, you can put that gloss on there and let it set overnight, and you're gonna be 100% safe. But like I said, I sprayed this with that gloss maybe 10 minutes ago, and I came back and done it. It is a gamble. I mean, there's no for sure thing that it's gonna work perfect every time. I've really not had any issues. If I did not get a good coat of that gloss on there, I've had issues with it taking the paint off, you know, or taking that gloss a little bit. But anyway, that's just the way you can enhance those scales and make it look different by a simple technique. Now, if you like on the bottom here, you know, I can come back and take that off with alcohol. If I want to brighten that up, I can come back in there with some white. But that's how you can enhance these scales that's cut in there. It's a little simple technique. You have to play around with it, learn how to do it. But like I said, this is all I'm using. I put a nice little coat on it, real light, and build the coat up, because sometimes this can make your paint, depends on what paint you're using, crackle or, you know, get a funky look to it. So you just have to put a dust coat on it to get it tacked down where you protected that paint. And what this is all ink, all but the gold was alkaline gold. But anyway, that's just a little tip that I wanted to share with y'all. If you use it, that's fine. I mean, it's just something that, you know, a little how-to that I wanted to share with y'all. But anyway, thanks for watching Crawdaddies. Until next time, we'll be seeing you then.